Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am super excited to be here as always. Today I'm going to talk about something a little bit more personal. It's going to be, just like a little bit of a snippet of my life. So you've obviously heard me speaking about me redoing animation and me not being able to complete it, and well, not completing it this year and so forth and so forth. So I wanted to give a bit of insight into that. So last year, about around September, October, I was admitted into a clinic. I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety and PTSD. So yeah, I went through a lot, and throughout the whole process, I got better, and then I got worse, and I got better, and I got worse, and it was waves, and I was trying to keep my head above the waves, but they were just crashing down. And even after I was admitted out of the clinic, I still struggled. I had multiple episodes where I was suicidal, which was very tough on me, which was very tough on my family and the ones that are closest to me. I struggled so much with the idea of being in a world and living in a world where there's just so much wrong that happens. Yeah, I wanted to finish my second year, but unfortunately I did not have the emotional capacity to do so, and coming straight from that into this year was a mistake. I should have taken a gap year, but it's okay. I'm trying to finish it with all my might, and I have an awesome support system, and I'm just trying my very best. So I am very grateful to be here today. If you asked me last year in October, my birthday, I spent my birthday in the clinic, which wasn't great. If you asked me if I thought I would be turning 21, I would have told you no. I didn't think I would be here, but I am, and I know that I'm here for a reason, and I know I have a voice, and I know I have a truth to tell. And I know that a lot of people are going to ask me, okay, but why are you sharing? Or I don't know what the response is going to be to this. I don't know, and I want to not care, but like, it's my story, so obviously if there's any, if there's negativity surrounding it, it would be difficult for me, but I'm not going to let it stop me, because I feel like it's a truth that should be told, and it's something that should be acknowledged, because suicide, it's just, I have heard so many stories recently of young girls, young boys that are committing suicide left, right and center, like it is nothing. And I wish that I had the tools and someone to look up to when I was even 20, and these children don't, and I am not qualified, but I have experience, I have some sort of understanding, and it's terrible going through that, going through depression, going through not feeling good enough, being bullied. There's a whole list of things, and I can go on, and the problem is we put ourselves in the situation because we create this space in our minds where we are okay with not being good enough. And unfortunately that is one of the big truths about depression and about being in this hole, in this pit. And there's nothing you can do about it in that state. You cannot get yourself up, you cannot get yourself out of bed, and it sucks. So if you asked my friends in high school if they ever thought I would go through this, they would probably tell you no, because I was a drama child, I was on the stage, I was performing, I was doing my thing, all artistic and everything. And I was just a social butterfly. I was friends with most people. I got along quite well with my peers. Yes, obviously you get your bullies, but yes, it fazed me, but I don't even know how to describe it. I just went through life just knowing that I'm okay. And then in matric, I was sexually assaulted in my boarding school, which was co-ed, and I blamed myself for a very long time afterwards because I went to the boys' side. That was one, well, that is one of the main core things that really drive my depression. And unfortunately it happened, and I know that it has happened to so many people, and I was lucky enough, I deem myself lucky that I was not raped, and that's just wrong. And I know so many people that have gone through worse than I have, and still it just seems to be something that just isn't spoken about, and I don't think that's okay. So when I was in the clinic, I met a lot of awesome people, but when I was discharged, I went through suicidal phases. Even though I thought I was better, I wasn't. And I think that's one of the main issues is the doctors and all this notes that they give you and the self-help, it can only take you that far. You need to actually understand yourself and love yourself before anything is going to change. So I'm going to read to you my goodbye to the group. Also, you should know I am not a very physical person, like with exchanges of physical contact. I'm usually not the one that that initiates it, and that's one of the things that I had to work on. Also, feeling. I didn't feel much. I didn't feel happy, sad, angry. I just kind of felt annoyed, kind of happy-ish, like I'm smiling, or I was like just like kind of sad. I didn't cry, I didn't get upset, until one day like that just barrier broke, and then everything just went. And I've been working on it, and there's so much to work on. There's like, I'm an ever-growing being, we all are, and I think that it gets lost sometimes when you think that you know. You don't know yourself. You're changing forever, and that's why it's okay. Like, I feel like it's okay to go through the bad because you know the good is coming, but I feel so frustrated because so many people are put down and told that there's nothing good that awaits on the other side, and that's just wrong. And I would like to start a movement for young children, actually, across the board, for people with depression, anxiety that have been bullied, social, like on social platforms where they're bullied. I can't even remember the word now. It's gonna come back to me. And it's terrible to me that it's okay. It's just fine. We just see another name in the paper, deceased, gone, that's just the way it is. And it's heartbreaking, it really is. And I can't deal with having knowledge and having a voice and not using it anymore. And that is why I am speaking about it, and that is why I am opening a door, opening up myself to other people, to, if they want to talk to me, that they can. I don't think that I'm qualified at all, but I'm here to listen. And I think that's sometimes just what people need, and just to be able to tell you where you can get the help you need and be able to guide you through it. I wish I had that. And it takes a lot of courage to ask for help. Trust me, I know, and it takes a lot of courage to speak your truth and speak openly. But once you do it, you honestly, it's the most freeing thing you will ever experience. I will now read to you my goodbye message to my group. Dear group, Today I leave you with a message of hope. I hope that each of you will recover. I hope that each of you will be happy, and I hope that I will see you all again. As a child, I was bullied for being different, looking differently, dressing differently, and seeing the world differently than others. I was always told that it would get better and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But that day never came. Bullying quickly turned into deceit, backstabbing, lying, cheating, and every other bad thing that you can imagine. I allowed myself to be torn apart by guys because I wanted to be loved so badly. But the event that broke me and my trust in men is the day that I was sexually assaulted in my matric year in our co-ed boarding school. I played it off as nothing because I was embarrassed and believed that it was my fault. As my school years came to an end, I proceeded to study animation. The suppressing of deep dark emotions mixed with a stressful environment that I found myself in is what finally pushed me over the edge. I wanted to die, and I could no longer stay strong. But through this process, I've started to heal. Walls have started coming down, and I have slowly started building myself up again. The tools that I am now equipped with will help me for the rest of my life, and I appreciate everyone who has helped me through this. But I'm going to take a moment to thank myself. I want to thank myself for letting wonderful people like you, each of you, into my life and into my heart. Going into the real world again scares me, but now I know that feeling of fear and anxiousness is okay. I have a fantastic support system, and I know that what I have to do to calm myself down and prevent myself from spiraling, learning to let go. But there's one thing that I will never let go of, and that is the bonds that I have formed and the knowledge and strength that I have gained from being here. My will to live is back, and I will make sure that it stays that way. Thank you for the people that you are and allowing me to slowly but surely become Nina again. Now that is the message that I left them with, and after I left the clinic, I was not okay. For months I was not okay, and I could not help but think, what is wrong with me? I have had every piece of help in the book given to me. Why am I not getting better? Fear and anxiousness can take over every part of you. You spiral down and you believe you are nothing. Your self-confidence is shot into a million pieces, basically disintegrated into dust. I am struggling so hard, and I'm okay with telling my truth. I'm struggling so hard to put myself back together again. And each day is a new set of fears that I have to face, and fears that don't exist because you create your own fears. Fears in the mind, and building up my self-confidence. I'm faking it till I make it, and you know what, it's okay to say that. I am not always what I seem to be, but I am getting better, and I am learning to appreciate the wonderful moments for what they are. And I want to be able to create a safe space and a safe place for other people to also just be and talk and wonder and ask questions without feeling guilty. And it's not just going to be me. Hopefully I will create some sort of platform with professionals and with people that know what they're doing, but I need to take that first step in creating a community. And with that first step, I will do everything in my power to get anyone the help that they need, because that is just what I wish I had. I wish I had someone to talk to that I didn't feel embarrassed. And unfortunately, not everyone can talk to talk to their parents. I felt extremely embarrassed speaking to my parents about it, even though they are the most wonderful human beings, so supportive. Still to this day, they just want me to be happy. I'm going to leave you with this message of just hope and just absolute like loving energy, because I want the world to become better, because I'm sick and tired of living in a world where all of this evil and all of this hatred is okay. Aren't you guys tired? And it takes one step, and each of us just have to start taking those steps. I believe in everyone. I believe that each of us has a voice and has a purpose, and if we don't use it, what difference are we really going to make? I love you guys to bits. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.